mini-tune system by Gibson. Music-Board currently has an SG and a Les Paul going through 3 hands to check the mini-tune system. So I let you explain, then I give you the initial feedback we have from the board, and perhaps you have a good idea to our answers already.
Okay, all right, very good. So the mini-tune is new for this year, and this is, again, some technology we adopted from our previous technology guitars, but we did it in a real, more proletariat, real working musicians format. So it not only just accurately auto-tunes your guitar, that's a great feature and all, but for me, more importantly, it allows you to have alternate tunings that you can access at the press of a button. So just to refresh your tuning, you'd press the button and then strum it once, and as it strums and sustains, it will automatically refresh the tuning and tune the guitar. And when the notes turn green, that tells you it's in tune, and when they're red, it's asking you to pluck that particular string. So I'll just go ahead and do those, and now, in just a second, it's now in, well, I hit the wrong one. Now it's in tune. So there you have it. You can retune your guitar that quick. What's nice about that is, yeah, we can all tune guitars and have pedals, but now you can engage the audience while you're doing that and not distracting, away from your performance. Another feature is it stores, we supply it with 2 banks of 6 preset alternate tunings. So that's 12 tunings that it comes supplied with, and then there's another bank of 6 tunings that you can create and save of your own. So that's 18 tunings that you can have at the press of a few buttons. So now if we're going to go to an alternate tuning, let's just say we're going to Dadgad. We'll cycle down here, press the button, and now it will rough itself in, we'll strum it again, and now it's going to tune it in Dadgad. And again, it'll be like the other tuning, so when they turn green, they're in tune. When they're red, you need to pluck them again. And then we'll be in Dadgad. And 1 second. There we are. Now we're in Dadgad. So if we want to go back to normal tuning, interesting feature is that this remembers where it left off. So we go back and tell it to tune standard again, hit the button, and it automatically roughs in the tuners because it remembers where it left off. Then you just go through, strum it again, and it tunes itself back into standard. So you can go in any order or any particular tunings you have, and not only will it tune quicker than the average person or anybody can tune from alternate tunings to back to standard, but you don't have to remember what all the notes are, so you have that added benefit. Lastly, it's not invasive, so you can feel comfortable that, as you can see, the assembly, it looks a little bit larger than conventional tuners, but it weighs approximately the same, slightly less than the average set of die-cast tuners, and it's mounted completely by the nuts that hold it on the face of the peg head. So you can unscrew these 6 nuts and the whole assembly comes off. So a lot of vintage-minded players are maybe worried if they want to ever convert it back to a standard guitar. You can absolutely do that with no modifications. You don't have to do any drilling or plug any holes. So it doesn't affect the tone and it doesn't affect the construction of the guitar. And that's it.
The amendment that I have from having that guitar at home currently for almost a week, and the LP had the same issue, minor issue, is we are wondering why to use regular saddles and not support the system by like a roller saddle, because whenever we change the tuning from an open tuning back to a regular tuning, or the system has to go a longer distance, it's accompanied by a multiple of plings and plings and plings coming from the saddle.
For a lot of our models like this, we're using the composite polymer that has self-lubricating properties in it, but we're trying to come up with more alternative nut materials that will have that. We don't want to go into a roller nut scenario because that creates another issue with the rollers vibrating and affecting the tone, and then a lot of players would feel that it wouldn't be the same as a conventional guitar. Also, when you have a roller, now the witness point of your nut would mean you'd have to cut your fingerboard further in to get the peak of your string to that point. So it would be a lot more invasive to convert it back to a normal guitar should you want to do that. So we are looking into that and developing new lubricated nut materials for that.
Okay, that would help. And thank you for the tour on the Gibson booth. Thank you.